Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. Act Out Theater Group presents Angels in America. Now this is the part one portion, Millennium Approaches. Now this is set in 1980s America, and this play explores the intersecting lives of several characters during the AIDS crisis, taking on themes of identity, love, betrayal, and the human condition.
While part one is in June for Pride Month, part two will be presented in October. And here to share more is Evander Hodges-Sanders and Nick Porter. Guys, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so tell us about the play. First of all, kind of give us the gist of all of it.
Sure. High level, so great introduction. You hit on a lot of the themes. So yes, it's set in the 1980s. It follows the storyline, I would say, of three individuals, and then of course their relationships with different characters that come in. So there's Prior Walter, who is diagnosed with AIDS during the course of the play, and how that impacts his relationship with his long-term boyfriend. And then there is Joe Pitt, who is confused about his sexual orientation and how that impacts his relationship with his wife, who I'm playing, Harper Pitt, as well as his relationship with his mentor, who I would say is the third from a professional perspective, who is actually, it's interesting, he's a fictionalized version of Roy Cohn, who is a historical figure, and actually people may know, fun fact, was Trump's mentor. So it kind of explores, and then Roy Cohn was diagnosed with AIDS, or HIV positive, so it explores kind of that impact on him as well. So lots of heavy themes, but also there's a lot of humor infused into it too, which is one thing. Just as you go through these struggles, like that's what we do as humans, is we try to get through it.
Now, roles assigned here. We've got some headliners, to say the least.
Right. So my roles, I'm playing two different roles. Mistralize, which is I guess a figment of imagination for Harper because she's addicted to Valium, right?
Yeah, so again, more themes.
All right.
And then I'm also playing Belize, which is a friend of Prior, and in part two, Belize is Roy's nurse.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of head-to-head, I'll say, with him and Roy. So that's going to be interesting to explore, especially from a race background.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now this is a Tony Award-winning play. I remember this came out in the early 90s on Broadway. I remember what I remember is the HBO series.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of content here. There are a lot of big themes. So what version, I guess, are we going to see on your staging?
Absolutely.
I would say
it's the whole thing.
The whole thing.
We've not redacted anything.
Okay.
So yeah, so
it's
it's a longer, it's a longer play, and that's what's great about it. When you ask, the summaries, we've been working. We were like, how do we boil this down into one thing? But it touches on so many things. It touches on race. My character touches on mental illness, on addiction.
Politics.
It touches on politics. It touches on race and
sexuality.
And it's just so amazing how Tony Kushner has been able to do that and do it in a very human way through exploring these characters' lives and how they interact with each other.
Right. Because you've got to establish what the environment was like in the 80s.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we always see those same things coming up, in today's tumultuous administration, how those themes affect everybody else. So it's good to explore those, and to have this play on Pride Month is I think that was one of the main things for me to become a part of the project.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do people get more information and get their tickets as well?
Absolutely. Best place to go is Act Out Theater's website, which is actoutlex.org, and it'll have all the information on there for tickets, as well as introductions to the cast and synopsis as well. Yes, and so we're at the Pam Miller Downtown Arts Center, and that opens we're opening this Friday. And we're Friday and Saturday. Yeah, so we're Friday and Saturday. And the next weekend, the 13th through the 15th, we have one show on a Sunday with the 15th, which is at 2 o'clock. So shows at 7 on Friday, Saturday, 2 on Sundays.
Fantastic. Yeah, wonderful.
Well, thanks to you and the crew and the cast for bringing us great content during Pride Month. And then we want you to take a quick bow and then get in rehearsals for part 2, because October will be here before we know it.
Exactly. I think we're going to start in August?
I think so. Yeah. So it'll be a quick. We'll get a teeny break.
Breathe and then go back in.
It's been wonderful to, as Nick said, bring these conversations back up. And it touches on so many different things, and it's been an honor to kind of bring these words, because not only was it Tony Award winning, but it won the Pulitzer Prize for drama as well for part 1.
So incredible. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for coming by today. We appreciate it.
Back after this, friends. Stick around.
ABC 36 Community Spotlight is brought to you by CHI St. Joseph Health, caring for our community with human kindness.